They should support you.
There's a lot, to support me, because it's a combined effort. Me, myself, even if I me and they take it and then I start talking badly about these other people, I will not win, because they can go and decampaign me. Yeah. So as a party, I'm not talking on their behalf, but if you ask me, they should look at such things. They should look at,
when they were campaigning, the Kenya Kwanza coalition, they had a whole lot of promises for Western people and also Kenya in general. And the outcry and even a number of issues that have been raised during the Gen Z protests is because of failed promises that they have not been able to meet. That is the current regime. Do you think this will work against you now that they're saying UDA is not popular anymore in Western Kenya?
Thank you for the question. Huh? I want to just focus on Malava. Malava people don't vote on party. They don't vote a party. As you can see, even Swetash at the time was elected with PNU. At that time, PNU was not a popular party in Western. Mheshimiwa the late was elected on a very small party called MDF, Maendeleo Democratic Party. Yeah. Yes, they might say it's not a popular party. For me, I want people to see me as a person, not a party. Yeah, but the agenda of the party, I have them. I will push the agenda of the party. Yeah. Just to set the record clear, Malava people don't vote for parties. They vote for an individual. And I'm presenting myself as Rhyan, as a worthy candidate, as someone who's young and hoping and wishing that I'll be the leader and do whatever I have in mind. Yeah. And also make sure that the dream of young people of having a young leader, elected leader, because if things go well, I might be the first elected young person after the Gen Z. But I'll not be the youngest, because as you can see, the president started his political journey in 1997.
We have PK Selassie here.
Yeah, and you know, Mudavadi, he joined politics at the age of 28 years. Mheshimiwa, His Excellency, he started his politics in 1992, and he's born in 1966. He joined politics when he was 31. So many other leaders. If you look at the MP for Budalangi now, the current MP now, is called, you know him, it's called, he joined politics. I was having a chat with him. He joined politics at the age of 30. So, Malava, UDA, Rhyan, Injendi, they should look at me as a person. Yeah. Going back to your question, the UDA party not delivering some of its promises. I want to give a small scenario. When you are moving into a new house, you just got in your employment, your first salary, and you've started paying your rent. This house, do you start buying a 70-inch TV, a sofa, good coaches like this? It
depends from what tribe you come from. We have
I want to drive a point. So UDA party came in. It's now 2.5 years. An example of me moving into a new house, just from my first salary, nimeingia kwa nyumba. This house, you start building it pole pole. Yeah, today you've bought a stool, tomorrow you'll buy a fridge, next time you'll buy a TV. Ivo pole pole. So they had made promises, but I think slowly by slowly they'll see how best to deliver them. But just like a house, you have to come in and start now arranging things properly. So I think that's where they are as a government. I'm not in government to talk for them, but if you ask me, if in my own thinking, ni pole pole to pole pole, and that's why they're asking for 2 terms. You know, this term is just to make a foundation, and then the next is now when to actualize some of these promises. And as much as they're saying UDA is not popular in Western, I want to be the person to make it popular in Malava, because Malava gave UDA, the government, Kenya Kwanza. Malava constituency gave them the highest number of votes in Kakamega County. So I want, because of those many votes that they gave the government, through my candidature, through me, luckily, if elected as the MP of Malava, some of those promises that, or some of those wishes and desires that Malava people had the aspirations that they had, and they voted for this government in numbers. It is my wish that I be the person to deliver, to make them feel that indeed in 2022 when they gave them the highest number of votes that they are now reaping. Mzee was in the process of reaping, but aliachia katikati. Sasa mimi nataka nilete yo matunda.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, like when you say they need to be given some time to be able to deliver their promises, the same government, they're the ones who like made the promise and of course put the timelines, 100 days, this is what we're gonna do, we'll be done with this and that. So in the next 100 days, or if at all you'll be elected, the first year, let's say, what are you going to focus on in Malava?
First of all, Violet, let me answer you as a person who's been in the finance industry, in the accounting industry, banking industry. Sometimes you make a budget, yeah? You yourself, you can make a budget. You have, you want to spend this amount, you have this 100,000 and you want to spend it in this particular manner. Sometimes you might over budget, you might under budget, or the budget might work well, but there's something that you might not achieve with your budget. So it's the same case with the government. It made the promise is like a budget. It's a promise. A budget is like a promise. Sometimes you might over budget. You might be over ambitious in your budgeting. You might be well budgeted for, but you find that vitu zimeruka, hujaweza ku meet whatever you had planned for. So it's the same case with the government. They made those promises, but maybe along the way budget inakatika. Unapata nilikuwa sema nenda Nairobi na shilingi 100, unapata umeenda usiku kumekuwa na maandamano, fare imepanda ni 500 sasa. No, you can't change your safari, you have to go. So such a case, I'm just trying to bring the but for my first 100 days is to make sure that whatever was started, whatever that is working, because for me I'm asking for 2 years to finish the projects that were started by the date. So in my first 100 days, people wataniona kwa ground, nimetoa hizi manguo, nimevaa apron, natembeza, naangalia barabara, naangalia, to make sure that hizi vitu watu wanaona zinasonga, because they feel like they are stalled, they were not moving quickly, and to be in schools also to see the conditions of the schools, what is the need. So it's just for me, is majorly to look at these projects and make sure that they are being completed. But majorly in the first 100 days, I also want to make sure that young people wanaona matokeo, kazi kwa vijana. Try to bring in investors, try to look for opportunities. These AGPO, the tenders that are there in the ministry. Hata sisi vijana wa Malava wanajenga huko State House. Kuna maendeleo yanafanya, kuna marekebisho yanafanya kule State House. I can be the first one to bring a team from Malava to go and hata kupaka rangi kule State House. Yeah, to help these young people to get opportunities. These 100 days, hata kuona kama nisaidia vijana kama 100 hivi wanapata kazi, wanafanya shughuli, ama tumefungua mahali kwa kitu, watu wanajisaidia. Maybe sasa mambo ni digital. Sasa ni mambo ya digital. Tufungue maybe mahali a digital space where young people can come in with this ajira. There are so many things in this new budget that have been budgeted for young people who wengi hawajui. So through my knowledge, through my experience, through my position as a member, an elected member, I can do these things for young people because we are the majority. Hatuenda kule Malava vijana ni wengi. Unaona? That's what I will do in the first 100 days. To make sure vijana na wamama wanaona matunda ya kuwa na kijana mheshimiwa.
Talking of investment, like Malava has already 2 factories, sugar factories, Butali in West Kenya. So what kind of investment are you talking about?
It's sad to say, but Malava doesn't have a bank.
Okay.
Imagine. So bringing in a bank.
The whole constituent doesn't have a bank.
Sorry?
The whole constituent doesn't have a bank.
Imagine. Since independence. And we have 2 sugar mills. We have Shamberere National Polytechnic.
So they take money to other...
To Kakamega and Webuye.
Oh, no.
And Malava has so many teachers, so many policemen. Actually, Malava, kazi ya walimu, kazi ya askari. Malava. We are very economically tuko mali, hatujafika pale kitu tuko mali. So by bringing in investors, I mean like bringing in people, maybe some other companies. Of course, there are these 2 sugar mills, but we can bring in some other people. We can talk to maybe Mabati rolling mills. We can talk with a few other companies. We are set up in Malava, agricultural farms, because people are farmers are many in Malava. Yeah, I can see now the CS cooperatives, Oparanya, he's trying to push this cooperative narrative.
Yeah,
I can uptake it, look for people, see how best we can bring in some new ideas, new skills. And by investment, that's what I mean. Bring in some people who are willing to invest in Malava, and by investing in Malava, giving opportunities to the people of the young people and the women in Malava. Yeah.
UDA is facing a strong onslaught from the opposition, especially at the time when Kenyans are very unhappy. Are you ready to take on, the big wigs like, Panyako that has been there for the longest time, has been fronted by Wamalwa and Natembe?